We're here with Pat Wood. He is the author of Technocracy and also the founder of Citizens for Free Speech. Pat, thank you for being with us, and tell us a little bit about Citizens for Free Speech. Why did you create it?
Well, my pleasure. A year and a half ago, I realized that there was serious collusion among big tech companies to censor certain voices from the internet. That included Google and Facebook and Twitter and others. And the reason I called it collusion at the time was that I saw clearly, and of course my specialty is technology in general, I saw that people were getting hammered at the very same instant. It wasn't like in a rotation sort of thing, but people were getting dropped off of multiple platforms at the same time, like within a day of each other. And it's like, this can't be possibly coincidence. This is a coordinated effort to take certain voices off the internet. And it wasn't just conservative voices necessarily. It was also some liberal and in some cases even some progressive voices. But if those voices did not meet or fit the model that big tech was trying to put forward, they simply got rid of them. From a constitutional point of view, I saw this as the greatest danger that we've ever faced in probably 100 years. But this literally amounts to, in terms of free speech, it amounts to a coup against our ability to speak and express ourselves and to be heard, at least to be heard. So that's why CFFS was started. And the issue is to support and defend the First Amendment.
And so how do you guys do that? What are some of the projects you're involved in? I know we just finished a conference here. Tell us about the conference and tell us about your website, localactivist.org, and all the rest.
Well, exactly. We have our main website is citizensforfreespeech.org, and people can start out there and find out what we're all about. We have full disclosure. We don't want to pull the wool over anybody's eyes what we're trying to do. May have to cut that out. But we want people to choose to execute liberty, if you will, to choose liberty, because the First Amendment demands that people take action. It's not something that you just sit back, well, I have First Amendment rights and I have free speech or this, that, and the other. You don't have any of those rights until you go and do those things. And so we're trying to convince people and help people go and do the things that support and uplift the principles of the First Amendment. The founders of our nation put the First Amendment first on purpose. I didn't know that years ago. I talked to some constitutional attorneys and found out, sure enough, the first is there on purpose. And I saw some of the literature around that day. That's exactly what they were thinking. This is the foundation for a constitutional republic. Is free speech in all 5 points and areas, from religion to assembling together to redressing grievances and so on. And this is what everything in our country is predicated on, everything down from that. If we lose the First Amendment, and here's some bad news, the next thing down from the First Amendment is the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment was placed second for a reason too.
So I guess we don't want to go there, huh?
We don't want to go there because if the First Amendment fails, they purposely put the Second Amendment where it is as the next level of remedy. I don't want to go there. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to ever be accused, oh, you're promoting, whatever, somewhat a revolution. No, I'm not. I'm trying to prevent one. Mm-hmm. We don't want Americans, harming other Americans, right?
So in the minute we have left, Pat, what can an average citizen out there who's watching this say, I agree, I'm really concerned about the big tech companies, their collusion, their censorship. What do they do?
They got to get involved in their local community and get a seat at the table. Our director of training, Mary Baker, said this morning, again, very eloquently, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are what's on the menu.
That's right.
And that you can't say any more. Mm-hmm. You have to get a seat at the table in your local community, and there's no shortcut. There's no excuse and nothing else to do except go down and get involved in your local community. Go as a team. Don't go as a loner. We learned that today at our meeting. And, spend time building a team, building a strategy, decide what you want to do, how logistics, how you're going to get it done, whatever, and then go and execute it. But get involved in your local community, and don't just sit at home and shake your fist at Fox News and say you're doing something. That's not true.
Great. Hey, Pat, thank you so much. And people who want to find it, the website is citizensforfreespeech.org, right?
That's correct. Citizens for Free Speech.
Thank you so much, Pat.